This is Daf Yerushalmi in the Art Scroll of the Torah Decision, Daf Yirav right at the top on Mana, and in the Vilna edition on Hey Aleph, about 15 or so lines at bottom. There's two dots on Mana. But in order to understand this properly, we really have to go back to the previous Gemara. Let's go back to Tani Bekulan Shkol Shem Chuvas Maitzah Masha Shem Masha Asa Asi, which is about 6 lines, 7 lines above in the Vilna, and at the same moment on the previous page. Tiny Kula Shakar Shem Chuvas Maitzah Shenish about 7 lines up also from the bottom unit on the base. Okay, so let's start from there. Tani Bekulam Shakar Shem Shuvas Maitzah Shenish. If you call from the old things in the Mishnah, which you said you're potter, you don't have to take off Chumas Maitzah, you don't have to take them to Demai from them. So if you did, we're calling Shem with Chumas Maitzah Shem, Masha Asa Asi. Whatever you did, it's considered to have the status of Chumas Maitzah or Maitzah Sheni. Except for you can't do that because Shem Melchos don't belong to you, so you can't designate it as set aside even as Demai. It's not going to take effect, even you're not sure. It's Maitzah before it came Shem Melchos. Yirmi Amar Hashar Machlekes. Rabbi Yirmiyah said the rest of the cases are machlokas, whether you can actually, whether Masha also or not. Rabbi Yossi Boy, Haida machlokas. What's the machlokas? Manakamin. So what are we talking about? Inkrei Meir, who wrote that Inkrei Meir of Golan Meiser, who he Meiser Shor Menachos. So it's just like Shor Menachos. It's not. You can't say that Masha also Asui. So to by Meiser Sheni, you can't say Masha also Asui. So back in the Mishnah, we had said. Let me just find the Mishnah quickly here. That Chaz Hamartzam Duma Balkor Bekasam Masha Sheni, Yishar Menachos between Minad Mai. So Kasam Masha Sheni also. It's like Ray Mayor you can't set aside Mai because it doesn't belong to you. It's Mama Gavoa, like Ray Mayor. So the Rabbi Yehuda Masha also but Rabbi Yehuda holds its Mama Hediot, so therefore whatever if you took off the Mai, even though you didn't have to on the Sheni, so it does take effect. Now, Rabbi Mana says this Kesar, and I went up to Caesarea. And the Yerushalmi Kesar can be one of two places. It could be Caesarea, which is the coast of Eretz Yisrael, as it is today, the ancient city of Caesarea, or it could be Katzrin in the Golan, which is right near Tveria, where there's actually a Talmudic archaeological dig there, where they found a lintel over one home which says Zebes Mishos Rabbi Bun. It was one of the famous Amoraim of the Yerushalmi. So you can't really tell in a lot of places which Caesarea you're talking about here, which case, I mean, if it's Caesarea or Katzrin in the Golan. So here too, I don't think you can tell. But this case, I went to Kesar whichever one. Shamis, and I heard Rabbi Chizki Yossi Masli. Chizki was saying, Hamad Kaddish Bechelko B'Kachim Kalim. So he's Mekadesh with his portion of Kachim, like a Chatos and Oshram, Kachim Kalim, like a Shlomim, and Mekudeshes, it's not Mekudeshes because it's Mama Gavoa. Les Mer Divrei Kol. Les says everybody agrees to this. Yomiyachmar Machlikas. You don't say it's Machlikas. That everybody agrees. For Amisley, I said to Rabbi Yirmiyah, Man Shma Rabbi Hadamil. Well, I said Chizkiah, Man Shma Rabbi Hadamil. So from who did you hear this? I'm like, me Rabbi Yirmiyah. I heard from Rabbi Yirmiyah. From Reis, and I said, Yoos. This is correct. Rabbi Yirmiyah do Shama Hada Rabbi Lezer Divrei Kolu. Rabbi Lezer Yirmiyah, who he said that Rabbi Lezer said everybody agrees. We had back where we just read it, right? That to Kulon Shem Shumas Ma'aser Sheni Shem Masha Asla Asli. Rabbi Lezer Chutzim Shir Menachos, right? Except for Shir Menachos, and then Rabbi Yirmiyah said Hashar B'Machlekes, right? And the rest is a Machlokes. So according to Rabbi Lezer, that which it says you can it's not. That's what I said. It's only Shar Menachos. The Shar Menachos is the problem that you don't say Masha Asli. Sorry, I got interrupted there. Let me just go back a minute. Again, I'm going to say I said to Rabbi Manchma, Rabbi Chizkiah, Manchmas, Rabbi Yehuda Milson, you Rabbi Yirmiyah hear this. So Amalei means when I said to Rabbi Chizkiah, from where do you hear this? Amalei means Rabbi Yirmiyah. I heard from Yirmiyah. I said, now I understand what we just learned above. Yos, Rabbi Yirmiyah, do Shama Hadad Rabbi Lezer. Rabbi Yirmiyah holds that which Rabbi Lezer said, Divrei Akoli, that he holds that Mekadesh Bechalko. Everybody agrees. It's not Mekudeshes. That's the same thing. It's basically the same status as Meiser Sheni. And he's saying that it's not going to be you can't be it's Mamun Gava, right? They can't be Mekadesh to it, and also it can't become Demai as a result. So again, Rabbi Yirmiyah do Shama the Rabbi Lezer Divrei Koli the Amar B'Machlokas. He says, it must be that our Mishnah, where it says that the other things are, Ma'aser Sheni and Chala and Meduma, that you can, if you call a shame Chumas Ma'aser or Ma'aser Sheni, that it's Chal, that it must be that, Ma'aser Sheni, our Mishnah is Lakoch Ma'aser Sheni, right? You took Lakoch Ma'aser Sheni and you took designate in it the Mai, the Tumas Ma'aser Sheni, so that's Chal, so that it must, because if we see that this Divrei Akol holds that it has to be that our Mishnah is going on another opinion that holds that might can take effect. So again, Yirmiyah do Shama Hadad Rabbi Lezer Divrei Akoli the Machlokes must be the argument Mishnah. Rabbi Yossi lo shmiel. Rabbi Yossi didn't hear of this Divrei Akol, which is stated by Mekadesh Bechalko. So he wasn't sure who's what Machlokes is on a Mishnah. Tzrichole, right? So therefore he asked, Haida Machlokes. What's the Machlokes? Inkra Meir he Meiser Inkra Meir he Meiser Sheni he Inkra Meir he Meiser Sheni he Meiser Menachos Lo Sablo Klum. So therefore, they have to tell, they have to explain that this is Machlokes. If you hold like a mayor, the Meiser Sheni is like Shoy Menachos, and it's not going to be effective, right? So must be going like Rabbi Huda. In Rabbi Huda, Masha Asa Asli. Must be going like Rabbi Huda holds that Masha Asa Asli. And that's why they want to have to explain again. That's why they want to have to explain it's according to him. Okay. Now it's a little bit choppy. What I just said, I have to admit, because Rabbi Yirmiyah didn't mention who were the people involved. So I think it's fair that Rabbi Yossi's asked the question, who's the Machlokes, who are the Ba'al Machlokes here? Mar seems to be saying that Rabbi Yirmiyah knew it was the Machlokes, and then Rabbi Yossi, and therefore he said what he said as a double pasha, and then Rabbi Yossi had not heard about this Mishnah about, or this, and not made this inference from Rabbi Lezer saying Divrei Akol, he had wanted to know who are the Ba'al Machlokes. I'm not sure it follows, because Rabbi Yossi could have said it. Okay, it's Machlokes. Tell me the Machlokes says between whom and whom. So in order to resolve this question, although it seems a bit convoluted, the Bnei Moshe, and that's the way the arts go learn as well, go back and they say that when we learned before, again, on Omid Beis, that the previous Gemara from yesterday, then it says, Yossi boy Haida Machlokes, Manu Kam Ikar Meir, Hu Ma'aser Sheni, Hu Shem Menachos Lo Savel Klum, and then it says Rabbi Yehuda Masha Asa Sui. It's not that that's the Machlokes about that's the Machlokes in the Mishnah. He's saying that I don't stand, I don't see. He says no, it shouldn't be. It's not. I don't understand the mission at all. He's saying according to Rabbi Yehuda Masha Asa Sui, he's really quite a question, saying if it's Craig Mayor, then it should be effective. If it's like Craig Mayor, so then it's all Mama Gavoa. So if it's all Mama Gavoa, it's not going to work by Shem Menachos. It's not going to work by anything else either. If it's like Rabbi Yehuda, he holds according to Rabbi Yehuda, then Shor Menachos is also considered to be like Mammon Hediot, which is difficult because it's not really the sugya of. It's a by Shor Menachos we don't have anybody who really says that, but he's assuming. Rabbi Yehuda holds that Meiser Sheni is Mama, according to Moshe in the article, is assuming that which Meiser Sheni, it was like Meiser Sheni is Mammon Hediot, so too, Shor Menachos is also Mammon Hediot. Okay, and on that the Gemara goes on to say, "Amray Mana Zlitzke Kesam Shamis Rabbi Chizki Yosef Masne Makai Shchel B'Kach Kachim Kachim Enim Kodesh." So Blazer Madi Berkol Yechamar B'Machlekes. Blazer says it's according to everybody. Rabbi Yochanan says it's a Machlekes. We obviously know that it's a Machlekes. Shri basically in Rabbanan. Pharmacy Machma Rabbi Adam Wilson. So I'm going to ask Rabbi Chizki where you hear this. I'm going to mean Rabbi Yirmiyah. I heard from Rabbi Yirmiyah. Okay, so normally I said, oh, Yehus, Rabbi Yirmiyah, Lushama, Hadar Belezer Divra Koli. He says that Rabbi Lezer holds the Divra Kol, that Mekash Bechako Eina Mekudeshes. That means that he holds by Shor Menachos also, Divra Kol Mama Gavoa. Even called Rabbi Yirmiyah Mama Gavoa. So therefore, he's the one who said that the Shor Menachos, everybody agrees that Masha also is not Osli. And then it's a machlokes by L'Kol Meiser Sheni between Rabbi Meir and Rabbi Yehuda, whether depending on whether Meiser Sheni is Mammon Gavoa or Mammon Hediot. But okay, but Rabbi Yossi, the Lo Shmiya lay, Rabbi Yossi did not hear that by Mekash B'Choko it's Divrei Kol. He also assumed that Shor Menachos is also not Divrei Kol, and that's why he didn't understand what Rabbi Yirmiyah was saying before. He's saying. He's not sure what Mechdese. Who the Amar Hayda Machlokas? It's what's the Machlokas? Inkrai Meir, it's like Meir, who Meiser Sheni Shor Menachos. Everything is Mammon Gavoa. Inkrai Yehuda, it lost up lokum. Therefore, you can't. It's nothing. Kor Hashem is nothing. Inkrai Yehuda, Masha also Asui is even by Menachos, Shor Menachos, and therefore it should be Masha also Asui across the board. Shor Menachos. So that's the Gemara saying. That's the Gemara saying. Now Rabbi Mona is saying, based on what Rabbi Chizki, now we understand what the difference of opinion was. It's a little bit dark in the lashon, but that way at least we understand what the problem was that Rabbi Yossi had to a greater extent than the way I explained the first time. Okay, it says Martani Rabbi Yehuda Lo Pochu Beisil El Shemen Shaplaiton Bilvad. The Basil, when they said Shemen Orev is exempt from Demai, they don't talk about Shemen Plyton, which is a fire simon oil, the extinct fire simon oil, because it's only made for fragrance, not made for eating. Acherim others say b'shem Rabbi Nosson. They say no. Chaviu Basil b'shemen vered v'yerdinun. They Basil Mechayiv b'shemen vered v'yerdinun, which evidently it says Bnei Moshe's type of small roses, and these are also made just for anointing. They are made primarily for anointing. Nevertheless, evidently it's also made for consumption, and therefore they're mechayev this shemen shel shemen vered vardinun in Demai as well. Halacha dal hadmai marvin bo mishtatim. You can make an erev with Demai, and you make a shituf with Demai. Erev is a chatzeres and shituf is a mevos. Mevarchin alav. You can make a bracha on it if you eat it. Even though it's Demai, you're supposed to take up Maisros. Messiah love, you can make a zimun on it if you when you come to bench. Mafresh also a room, and you can also set the type of Demai when you're naked, because it's don't make a bracha, so it's not a problem doing naked. Ben Hashmash, so let's do Ben Hashmash just an Erev Shabbos, because it's not a vadai. The tevel, it's not as much mersik misakin as taking off chumas meitzes from tevel vadai. They make the meitzes shein the rishon and mekaklum. Normally, if you do take off meitzes shein before meitzes rishon, it's not effective. In this case, it doesn't bother, but it doesn't matter. Shemen shagari sachba is also chayiv d'mai. The oil which a weaver puts on his fingers is chayiv d'mai. Evidently because it's still edible afterwards. Sorek nosim, sorek nosim it's hammer, that which somebody who's combing wool puts into the wool, but evidently because once it's put there, there is no longer any potential to eat it. It says more mafrishin also a room shenaton bracha. It says take it off the because that's require bracha. Beish moshos the din it says something chashecha safek lo chashecha. By Memalikin, if we're not sure if it's not chashecha or not, which is ben hashmosha, it's the trial. You can be misakin demai. Tani Rabbi Chavta Mishol mechalni demai b'merchatz. You can also be mechal demai sheni demai, redeem it on coins in a bathhouse. Sheinotam bracha. So because it doesn't require bracha. So the inference is body ton bracha. So vade does require bracha by chilul ma'aser sheni. How does it work? Right? What bracha do you make? Im hayu peros. So it says if it's there, it's fruit. Alpidam ma'aser sheni. You make a bracha on redeeming ma'aser sheni. Im hayu ma'amos. If it's money, which are then being mechal on other money. So in the case where this is permitted to do, then al chilu ma'aser sheni, you make a bracha al chilu ma'aser sheni on the. It's not really redeeming it, but taking away, literally making it mundane. Im mikdim sheni rishon, if you did the ma'aser sheni before ma'aser rishon, it's okay mkaklum. B'shavar, if you did it, b'diavad. Shavar means b'diavad after it already passed. But l'chadchila to take ma'aser sheni before ma'aser rishon, even by Demai, that's not good. Rabbi Bar Rabbi Baba Rabbi Chia b'shem Rabbi Yochanan mutakti ma'aser rishon l'chadchila. You can do it as well, even l'chadchila, not just b'diavad. Rabbi Yaakov Baracha Baraide b'shem Levi said lo yaseh. No, you should not do it. But the if you did it, then it works. Okay, that's so. It's machlekes l'chadchila u'bad b'yavet. So the next Gemara is really a new question. Ma'u likava sheni b'makam rishon. So the Radah says, so my fish ma'aser sheni min hakri. Took a ma'aser sheni from the pile. If those so, can you redeem it? B'yachzor with tibla, and then go back to table again. And then you do ma'aser rishon first. No, but you took a ma'aser sheni. You shouldn't have before ma'aser rishon. Shouldn't do it. Can you redeem? Can you redeem it? And then it's going to be tevel again. Right, and then you can make ma'aser rishon, and so that ma'u likba sheni b'makom rishon. Can you take this sheni, redeem it, and then make a ma'aser rishon? Okay, so in essence, you're double dipping, because first you made ma'aser sheni, but then you redeemed it, and now you can make a ma'aser. Okay, make a ma'aser rishon again, or it's a question we do it. So the Gemara is going to answer that, but we will leave that answer till tomorrow because it is already on your daf your base.